Welcome back to Max Reaction. Hopefully you're having a blessed day. I know you are. If it's not, it'll turn around. Just think positive and positive things will happen. For now, we're going to react to a video entitled 13 Reasons Why You Should Move to the Philippines. And this is from a travel vlogger. So this travel vlogger went to the Philippines, was impressed, and she has 13 reasons why you should definitely move to the Philippines. So let's check it out. Let's see if we agree with the reasons. Let's see if we disagree with the reasons. 13 reasons, that's a lot of reasons. I can think of a bunch of reasons, you know, how beautiful it is in the Philippines, how many nice people that are in the Philippines, things like that. But she has 13 reasons, so let's check it out.
I'm Angie, and I've been living in the Philippines for the past 3 years now. Cool. And here are 13 reasons why you should move to the Philippines too.
Scenery and activities.
It's an incredibly gorgeous country. White sand beaches of Boracay, Banawe rice terraces, breathtaking limestone cliffs of Palawan, endless waterfalls, hiking adventures, surfing, diving, snorkeling, you name it. Philippines has it all.
And that's something, one of the first things when, you know, you see a travel vlog, that's the first thing you see is the beautiful beaches, beautiful mountains, things like that. So that's a common reason, I think, that why you would want to move to the Philippines is just the nature. But as we can see, number 2 is getting around. So lots of transportation.
7,000 plus islands for you to explore, and everything is just 1 hour flight away. Right. And it will only cost you $40 for a one-way ticket.
That's a very good reason to move to the Philippines. I don't know if the prices have went up since the pandemic, because this video might be just a little bit older, maybe a year old or something. But when you can fly from one end of the country to the other end of the country for so cheap, one-way ticket, I mean, think of how many things you could go visit and see, you know, if you have the extra money to do so. Number 3 says visas, and I do hear that the Philippines has kind of a friendly visa policy for when people go visit it. They can keep updating their visa pretty easily, and if you plan on like staying there, there's other visas you can get to where you can stay much longer without having to keep going back.
Relatively easy visa situation. For most countries, it's 30 days free visa upon arrival, and you can extend it by just going to the immigration office, and you can extend it for either 1, 2, or 6 months at a time. No need to exit the country. For Russian and some other citizens, you don't even need to leave the country for up to 2 years. For a majority of countries, it's 6 months, and you have to exit, and then you can come
Very
back.
good reason.
And they have retirement visas too.
Cost of living.
Cost of living.
Now, yeah, a lot of things there are cheaper, but I hear the prices are rising, especially like food prices. Depending where you're buying it, it's going up quite a bit. But when you compare it to over here is so expensive. You might be spending, if you're renting a place over here, you might be spending $1,500 USD just for rent, not electricity, not the water and all that. But I hear phone services are pretty cheap in the Philippines, and water is pretty cheap in the Philippines, and there's a lot of things cheap in the Philippines compared to here.
And I can't stress it enough, cheap compared to the US, Australia, Canada, UK. Yeah. $60 can get you a week's supply of groceries. A typical Filipino breakfast will only cost you $3. A condo studio for one will be around $400, $500 in the city center of Manila.
The people, it's a big reason.
Filipinos are super friendly and sweet people. Fun, accommodating, very hospitable, and always willing to help. There's so much to learn about their culture and the way of life. You will never be bored. And if you're a fan of karaoke, Philippines is the country just for you. But be aware, they all are incredible singers.
I've never been to the Philippines on a trip to where we didn't karaoke. We're always karaokeing, and it's, you know, it brings a little spice to the life, a little happiness to the life. Even if you can't sing like me, you can still enjoy it, because like she said, a lot of Filipinos sing really well. Just common everyday folk will get up on the karaoke machine and just blow you out of the water like, holy smoke, only if I could just sing like this person. And, you know, they're not even famous for singing. So she's 100% correct about that.
Singers, and they sing everywhere. Gas stations, malls, grocery stores, everywhere.
Nightlife.
Filipinos know how to party almost every day of the week, except for Sundays, since it's a family day, and Mondays, because you gotta take a break from all the partying. If you go out somewhere in Makati, Poblacion, after 9 p.m., you'll see what I'm talking about.
I've been out a little nightlife in the Philippines just with like my wife's brothers and friends, but I'm kind of growing out of that, you know. I'm a little older, so that's not really a reason for me to go to the Philippines, because, you know, I got little ones to take care of. I don't need to be doing that. If I'm gonna be drinking, I need to be drinking maybe just a couple beers at home. Maybe occasionally go out with my wife, you know. But that's not a reason for me. But it is a reason for many younger people, or maybe many older people that's retired and just want to have a little spice in their life, you know. The next one, it says number 7 is language. Yes. I have no problem communicating over there, so I'm going to agree with this one too before I even hear her talk about it.
If English is your first language, seek no further. It is one of the only Southeast Asian countries where English is spoken fluently almost everywhere across the Philippine Islands. And Filipinos have the sexiest accent.
Woo! Blending in.
If you're white, you're instantly a celebrity. And people will want to be friends with you just because of that.
I have no idea about that, but you're spotted a lot easier, like going up and down the roads, just walking. I always hear, "Hey Joe, hey Joe, hey Joe, how you doing, Joe? Hey Joe, hey Joe, how you doing, Joe?" Blending in, Mission Impossible. Job opportunities.
It's pretty easy to find a job here because people who are fluent in English are always wanted. Whether you're an IT guy, engineer, restaurant manager, or in a hotel business, or just looking for a side gig, you can be a host, a model, a vlogger, customer service representative, real estate.
I'm not really sure if I agree with that one. Jobs are hard to come by, I do believe, but vloggers, stuff like that, stuff online, you can do that anywhere in the world, so you could do that in the Philippines.
Agent, or an English teacher.
English teacher.
And Filipinos are unbelievably beautiful. A whole nation of straight up gorgeous people.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at my friends.
I agree with that. I agree with that one.
If you're a foodie like me, Filipino food has a lot to offer. It is just so delicious and comforting and diverse. Sisig, lugaw, chicken adobo, sinigang, tapsilog, everything is just so good.
The list goes on, baby. The list goes on.
If you're a part of LGBTQ plus community, Philippines is a place where you can truly be yourself. The community here is very big and welcoming. I mean, it is the first and only country where I get hit on by girls.
I agree that it's welcoming. My brother-in-law, he's a cross-dresser. He dresses in women's clothes. He's gay, and I've hung out with him and a lot of his friends. You know, just went out to a bar and nobody's messing with them. They're being themselves. They're welcomed. You know, and when I hang out with them, they're very friendly people. You know, I have no problem with it either. Be who you are in life, and don't let anybody stop you, and don't let anybody stop your enjoyment in life, you know. It is what it is. You have your life, I have my life, and let's just be happy. Shopping.
If you love shopping, malls in the Philippines are just ginormous, and there's so many. No wonder mall dates are a thing here. So, these are my 13 reasons why you should move to the Philippines. If you want to support my creative content, make sure you check out my Patreon, link down below.
Definitely go check her out, but yet the malls are massive. Like here in the United States, the malls are dying, they're being abandoned, they're getting smaller, they're just collapsing. Malls in the United States are just not important anymore, because our mail service, like Amazon, you can basically get anything shipped to you in a day without leaving your home. But I like the malls in the Philippines because there's so much to do. There's so many people there. You can meet people. You can take your family and spend an entire day in the mall and still just barely see just a little part of the mall. So many things to do, whether it be movies, go bowling, get your hair and nails done. You know, I've actually done that with my wife in a mall. Take your kids to the arcade. Go visit all the awesome food stands in the mall. Not to mention the shopping. So she's 100% correct. And the malls are massive, and you could just spend a few days in just one mall and not see it all. So yeah, I think that's a good thing. I kind of miss that, because in my childhood the malls were still important here in the United States, and they've faded away over the years. So my kids have not really experienced what I did in the malls here in the United States, but they could still experience it in the Philippines, which is really cool, you know. If you don't like a lot of people, you may not like the malls, but there's other things to do. But she had some awesome reasons why you should move to the Philippines, and maybe in the future, hopefully in the future, I can take my family there and we can experience all the Filipino culture that my wife grew up with, because as you know, or you may not know, she's Filipina and she's from there. She's been here since 2015 now, so she's been away from her country for a while. And hopefully we can go do the opposite. You know, I'll leave my country and we'll spend time in the Philippines. At least that's the future plans. Anyway, hopefully you liked the reaction. I thoroughly enjoyed reacting to the video. I liked her reasons. I loved her reasons. She's got a good channel. Go definitely check her out. Support her. If you liked my reaction, check me out. And let me know what you would like to see from me as far as content goes, and I'll try to create it. But for now, spread the happiness, put those thumbs up, hopefully on my video, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. Please share the video, and I will see you next time. Peace.